Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Carteret County where a rare seabird is getting a second chance at life. Specifically a razorbill. This was again found in Carteret County. The razorbill was found with several puncture wounds and a leg injury and brought to the shelter where the marks were recognized as shark bites. Now, the shelter says his injuries made swimming and feeding impossible. He was released after gaining strength from treatment and rehab. Razorbills are subarctic birds in the northern Atlantic, living in Greenland, Iceland, and Canada, and commonly seen in the Northeast, but uncommon on North Carolina shores. Hopefully the little guy gets back to where he needs to be, because while I can understand, I kind of got confused, came down to North Carolina because air temperatures have been more northeast-like than southeast-like so far this week. And obviously the big story is the upcoming winter storm. We'll get to your snowfall expectation map coming up in just a few moments, but do want to highlight for those of you who are going to be doing any driving over the next couple days that you're going to want to watch out for brine trucks. This truck, again, you can see spreading brine on Highway 11 in Lenoir County. A winter storm watch is now in effect across eastern North Carolina as snow and frigid cold weather are likely over the weekend. Now, we're anticipating a combination of snow, wind, and the cold temperatures, and that can obviously cause dangerous road conditions. And these impacts are likely going to persist into next week. So again, don't be surprised if you see the brine trucks out yet again today, getting ready for tomorrow. So let's talk about, I know what everybody has wanted to know, what are we looking at snow-wise? Well, air temperatures are down yet again, currently below freezing throughout most of eastern North Carolina. Anticipating these temperatures ahead of the system will certainly help with the accumulation rate that we are going to be seeing coming up on Saturday and Sunday. Northwesterly winds right now continuing to push in colder air. Right now those winds are coming in at about 7 to 15 miles an hour. We do have a slightly higher breeze in Beaufort, but again, winds aren't going to be the big player today. That will change though over the weekend. Winds are going to have a role to play in our weekend forecast, and really want to highlight that for those of you watching along the Outer Banks. Now later on this evening, getting down well below freezing by the time we get to about 6 p.m. and then from there it's the drop all the way down to low 20s. Some areas may even end up in the upper teens coming up tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow is going to be a day marked more by cloud cover than by sunshine, but we will have some peaks of sun early on in the day. As we head into the afternoon, looking again at more of a northeasterly breeze, cloud cover, and air temperatures staying again about 20 degrees cooler than our seasonal norm for this time of year. Zooming the picture out there, you can see a high pressure system rolling in. We had a cold front roll through last night. We've got another one that's going to be moving in later on this evening, but it's that low pressure system you're seeing back towards Florida, Arkansas, there, Louisiana, and Mississippi. That is the source of the moisture. We again now have it. We could see it. It is formed. And here is that track, again, staying just off the coast of the Carolinas to give us a model forecast that looks like this. Snowfall expected to come down early Saturday morning, sticking with us throughout most of the day. Now, I really want to highlight what you're seeing here across eastern North Carolina. There's the low sitting right off the coast, but you'll note that kind of clear little pocket, that break in the moisture. That is a part of the solution that was brought up yesterday. It's being reinforced today. Some dry air mixing in and reducing snowfall rates periodically through the day on Saturday. Now that, of course, is going to have an impact on snowfall totals. When you miss out on moisture, you are going to see less snowfall come down. So for right now, again, if we see that continue, we are going to be keeping with our snowfall expectations. And that right now is generally between around 3 to 8 inches of snow. Now, of course, there are going to be zones. Let's take a look, of course, at the map everybody is wanting. Of course, there we go. Here it is, your snowfall accumulation map. For those of you watching along or east of Highway 17, I would anticipate 5 to 8 inches of snow. For those of you watching west of 17 and kind of getting back towards I-95, you're looking at a little bit less, around 3 to 5 inches of snow. The reason for that kind of channel where we're seeing, again, a little bit less snow between, of course, the immediate coast and what we're seeing back towards Raleigh, those air pockets, those dry pockets within that moisture field, that is, again, going to reduce snowfall across parts of eastern North Carolina. Right now, the parts that we are anticipating see reduced snowfall is that kind of that channel between I-95 and Highway 17. So again, everybody is going to be seeing snow. Everybody is going to be seeing measurable snow, and everybody is going to be seeing snow that will make it difficult, if not extremely hazardous, to do any sort of driving as it's again coming down. Now, Saturday morning, if you need to do anything, you'll probably be okay, but conditions are going to continue to deteriorate as we make our way through Saturday. I think Saturday by lunch, I'm certainly planning on being off the roads. I would encourage everyone to be off the roads prior to the snowflakes coming down, but things will really get rough once we get to Saturday at around noon, and then stay rough all the way until we get to Sunday. I would say around lunchtime, that's when a lot of the snow is going to be pulling out of eastern North Carolina, but that's just the snow falling. Everything that has fallen up to that point, obviously, is going to be stuck on the ground, and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. 26 degrees for your high on Sunday. Overnight lows at 13 degrees Sunday night into Monday morning. That keeps everything on the ground. That is frigid air. Coming up on Monday, 34 degrees. Yeah, it's above freezing. We'll have some sunshine. Not going to be enough to create any sort of significant melt. Some areas will see, again, a little bit of reduction of snow over their areas. But I think most of eastern North Carolina is going to be staying snowy through Monday into your Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, or even Tuesday around lunchtime, we will really start to see more significant melting of anything, well, a lot of the stuff that will still be left on the ground. And then Wednesday and Thursday with some rain showers coming in, that is only going to speed up that melting process. Obviously, we'll have a better opportunity for rain coming up on Thursday than what we'll see Wednesday. But still, any sort of drops that come down will likely, again, do more melting than refreezing. Yeah, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, we get down to around 29 degrees. But you got to remember that that's only 3 degrees below freezing. And the time period at which we will then be below freezing is really going to be a fairly short window, anticipating maybe about 5 hours below freezing there. Certainly not enough to create any sort of major refreeze type of event. And again, with more raindrops coming down, that will add heat to any ice that tries to form. And each raindrop is going to be warmer than 32 degrees. As it falls, it will transfer that heat into the ground, gradually warming everything up. But that is a look again at what we are anticipating for this coming weekend. We're going to be trying to put together, again, a county-by-county look at what you need to expect heading into this weekend. That way, again, you can kind of get a more accurate, localized forecast to help you and your family plan to stay safe and hopefully have some fun. But for now, that's all we have time for. We will be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Thursday.